The cold October wind howled through the dense woods surrounding the small town of Black Hollow. The night sky was cloaked in a heavy blanket of clouds, blotting out the moonlight. Children in costumes giggled and scurried from door to door, their laughter echoing faintly in the distance. But deep in the forest, where the shadows seemed alive, something ancient stirred. It was Halloween night, and for 4 friends, it would be their last taste of innocence. "I dare you," Jenna said, her green eyes sparkling with mischief, "to enter the old widow's cabin and bring back something from inside." Tom, always eager to impress, smirked.
Easy.
"What's the big deal?" "It's just an abandoned shack." Sam's voice trembled as he spoke. "People say the widow's cabin is cursed, that anyone who goes in doesn't come out the same. Stories to scare kids," Jenna dismissed, flipping her long, dark hair. "Are you chicken, Sam?" "I'm not chicken," Sam muttered, avoiding her gaze. "I just think it's dumb." Ellie, the quietest of the group, tugged at her hoodie nervously. "Maybe we should just stick to trick-or-treating." But Tom had already made up his mind. "Let's settle this. We'll all go together." The others hesitated, but one by one they agreed. They had no idea that their decision would awaken a terror older than the woods themselves. As they stepped into the shadowy forest, Ellie whispered, "Do you guys ever wonder what happened to the widow?" "Like happened?" Jenna scoffed. "She probably went crazy and ran off. Or maybe the spiders got her." "Spiders?" Sam asked, his voice cracking slightly. "Yeah," Jenna replied, a cruel grin spreading across her face. "Black Hollow's old legends say she could control spiders.
Hundreds of them.
They obeyed her like little pets." Tom rolled his eyes. "Legends, Jenna. Let's just get this over with." The 4 teens stood at the edge of the forest, their flashlights slicing through the inky darkness. The widow's cabin loomed ahead, a crooked silhouette against the gnarled trees. The air grew colder as they approached, and the usual sounds of the forest crickets, owls, and rustling leaves were eerily absent. "Do you feel that?" Ellie whispered. "It's like the air is heavy." "Don't psych yourself out," Jenna replied, though her voice lacked its usual confidence. As they walked deeper into the clearing, Ellie noticed strange symbols carved into the trees, some appearing fresh. Her flashlight flickered. She shivered and pressed closer to Sam. When they reached the cabin, its appearance was worse than they'd imagined. The wood was rotted, and thick webs draped every corner, shimmering faintly in their flashlight beams. The windows were cracked and clouded with grime, and the roof sagged ominously. "Well, here we are," Tom said, trying to sound nonchalant. "Let's go in." The door creaked open with a bone-chilling groan. Inside, the air was stale, carrying the unmistakable scent of decay. The walls were covered in strange carving symbols, none of them recognized. But it was the webs that dominated the space, covering the ceiling and stretching to the floor like a grotesque tapestry. "This place is disgusting," Jenna said, wrinkling her nose. "Let's grab something and get out." Tom pointed to an old, dusty trunk in the corner.
"There."
"Open it." Ellie hesitated. "What if there's something inside?" "That's the point," Tom said, nudging her forward. Reluctantly, Ellie approached the trunk. She reached down and flipped the rusted latch. The lid creaked open, revealing a large, black velvet cloth. On it lay an ornate silver dagger, its blade etched with spider-shaped symbols. "Whoa," Jenna breathed. "That thing looks ancient." "It's probably worth something," Tom said, grinning. "We should take it." Before Ellie could protest, a faint clicking sound echoed through the room, rhythmic and deliberate. "Did you hear that?" Ellie whispered. A chill ran through Sam as he stepped back. "We need to leave."
"Now?"
"Not without the dagger," Tom argued, reaching for it. Before Tom's fingers touched the blade, a low hiss reverberated through the room, freezing them in place. The clicking sound grew louder, coming from above. Ellie shone her flashlight upward, and her scream shattered the silence. Hanging from the ceiling was a monstrous spider-like creature, its body glistening black, with eyes gleaming like obsidian shards. Its upper body was disturbingly human, with pale, leathery skin and long, spindly fingers tipped with claws. A crown of webbing adorned its head, and its mouth curled into a ghastly grin. The creature descended slowly, its spider limbs clicking against the webs as it moved. "Welcome," it hissed, its voice echoing unnaturally. "You've come to pay tribute." "What are you?" Sam stammered. "I am the Spider Queen," it replied, its voice dripping with malice. "And you are my prey." Tom stumbled backward, his flashlight trembling in his hand. "We didn't mean to disturb you." "Lies," the Spider Queen sneered. "You brought this upon yourselves." The Spider Queen moved with terrifying speed as the teen scrambled for the door. Threads of web shot from her hands, ensnaring Tom and pulling him toward her.
"Please."
"Let me go," Tom cried, struggling against the sticky threads. The Spider Queen leaned closer, her obsidian eyes gleaming. "Did you not hear the legend of this place? Did you not know that I was once human?" Sam's voice shook. "You were human?" "Once," she hissed. "Until the spiders claimed me. The townspeople betrayed me. They called me a witch and sealed me here, to rot and suffer. But the spiders saved me. They gave me power and hunger." Ellie's heart pounded. "We didn't know. We're sorry." The Spider Queen cackled a hideous sound that echoed through the cabin. "Sorry will not save you." Sam grabbed the silver dagger from the trunk. Its blade pulsed faintly in his hands. This has to be the key," the Spider Queen hissed, recoiling from the dagger's glow.
"No."
"That does not belong to you." Jenna grabbed a lantern from the wall and hurled it at the webs surrounding Tom, igniting them. "Run." The flames spread quickly, forcing the Spider Queen to retreat, her screeches shaking the walls. The teens fought their way out of the cabin, Sam clutching the dagger as if his life depended on it. Outside, the forest trembled. Shadows shifted, and the clicking sound followed them. "She's not gone," Ellie shouted. "We have to destroy the dagger." Sam hesitated. "But what if—" "Do it," Jenna screamed. With a cry, Sam hurled the dagger into the flames, now engulfing the cabin. A deafening shriek erupted as the Spider Queen's power was consumed along with her lair. The forest fell silent. As dawn broke over Black Hollow, the teen sat at the forest's edge, exhausted and shaking. The forest was eerily quiet, as if holding its breath. "Is it over?" Sam whispered, his voice hoarse. Jenna nodded slowly, though doubt flickered in her eyes. "It has to be." The others exchanged nervous glances, their minds replaying the night's horrors. Ellie wiped tears from her face, her voice trembling. "What if she's still out there?" "She's gone," Tom muttered, though he didn't sound convinced. "We destroyed the dagger. We destroyed her." But as the first light of morning touched the charred ruins of the widow's cabin, a faint clicking echoed deep beneath the earth. Hidden below the ashes, webs still shifted ever so slightly, and in the distant shadows of the forest, a pair of gleaming obsidian eyes blinked open. The Spider Queen was not finished. She was waiting, watching, and Halloween would come again.